EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 280. Ready, hot. Moving hot.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And he appears to be about 2 feet short of 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Ready.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Panthers first down.
Yellow, lining.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we ready.
They run again with Dowdle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Let's go. Yellow, 22.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. This a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Let's go now. 10 black. Hut.
Here's Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Ready.
Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow. Ready.
Here's Young. Throwing on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Yellow 20. Ready, hot.
Now Williams running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 11. Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
To throw is Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this score.
Partner, I'm wondering we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Normally we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Fielded at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have that one out wide and intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready.
Young now. To the right side and intercepted. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
And the Rams first down.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here we go. Set.
Following the interception, Young. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
50.
Young off the play fake. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing, Young. This is caught by McMillan. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A running play, it's Dowdle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They begin the drive with Williams. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Adams, the man in motion left. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Rams first down.
Stafford looks to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a play fake it at Stafford.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Stafford now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Corum now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young.
And this is incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And his throw here is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10.
And the Panthers first down.
Young to throw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Set. Ready.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll come up first and 10 here. Now Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
It's second down.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.